So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good,
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
good night, everyone. Welcome back with me, Alvin Antariksawan. I'm an international student, and now I'm going to have an interview here with a campus organization, which is C, or well known as Student English Activity. Well, I'm not all alone here, but I'm with my partner. So, please introduce yourself.
Hello guys, good morning. My name is Rahma Aqsha. I'm also an international relations student. Basically, we are a classmate and this is video made to fulfill a home assignment for public speaking class of Mr. Patria Handung.
Great. Nice introduction, Rama. So without talking too much, let's just step on the further sessions. We have invited our interviewee, and now please welcome Mauludin Azari. Hi, Mauludin. How are you? Can you introduce yourself to the viewer here?
Okay, so hello guys. Let me introduce myself. My name is Maulin Azari, but people usually call me Ai, and I am international relations student, batch 2018.
Okay, Ayi. Can you mention what's the relation between you and the organization and what kind of position you are on?
Okay. I think my relation between me and C is previously I was a member of one of the ministry in C in student English BT, which is speaking ministry. We have 5 ministry in C. The first one is Art and Culture, Media and Literature, Public Relations, Speaking, and English Career. Now, I am the member of Speaking Ministry, and right now I am, my position is Vice President of CUMY.
Oh, sounds great. So anyway, thank you for making your time on this interview. We really appreciate your presence here. So basically, we are going to ask you multiple questions related to you and C organizations especially. And we have collected a few questions past few days. But before we jump into Q&A sessions, can you tell us more about what is C organization so the viewer can really know what C is?
Okay, so student English activity is one of unit kegiatan mahasiswa that located in our college, which is Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, that was established on 1971, and also she has also 5 ministries that like I mentioned before. The first one is Art and Culture, the second one is Media and Literature, Public Relations, Speaking, and English Career. But we have the 2 classification of ministry, which is Event Organizer and English Career. Event Organizer, the previous 4 that I mentioned before, and then the last one is English Career. English Career focus on debating and speech, and then the other 4 it's focused on how we organize, how we manage the event, and so forth and so on. And then C is under the command of LPKA, one of the department in our campus too. And then C is located on Student Center building, City Walida, first floor.
Impressive. So
I think that's all that I can explain.
Thank you so much for the explanation. That was impressive. And how do basically people can join this organization? Is there any special condition to join C?
Okay, how do people can join C? So we have the agenda, namely open recruitment. So we hold the agenda every year, and then the classification, I think it's not too strict. We just have so many questions that related to English, especially to the interviewee or interviewee, and then we just ask about their commitment, their skill in English, their experience before in their high school or have they joined the competition and so forth and so on. So and then their knowledge about C itself and then the English also.
So basically, everyone can join C unless they are an active student of our college. Or what if another, like let's say, another student outside our campus want to join? How?
Okay, so the rule is everyone can join C, but in the field of two batch, the two batch, the current two batch.
Yes.
So if right now we have the batch 2020, so it means the batch that can join C is 2019 and 2020, not 2018 anymore.
Oh.
And then, like you said before, how about the outside student that want to join? It's prohibited. It's very prohibited because they're outside student, which is not the part of our campus, Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta.
Yep.
And then if you want to join C, it doesn't matter if you are not international relation student. I think that everyone can join C in Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, every field, every batch, but in the current two batch previous.
Oh, I see.
I see. Interesting. So does she usually held an event, and how often does she held at?
I'm sorry. Can you
Okay.
repeat the question?
Let me repeat that one. So does she usually held an event, and how often does she held it?
Okay, how often does she help the agendas?
Yes.
I think it's quite often because we have an agenda every month.
Yep.
And it's not to close the possibility that we can help event or agenda in weeks. And also, yeah, I think it's up to the preparation and also the direction between this agenda and our resources.
We have seen a lot of good parts here, i.e. it makes me getting so curious. So anyway, one thing matter, what is the benefit of joining C for the student?
Okay, the benefit if you join the student activity is the first one. I'm sure that your English will getting better than before because in C we have to use English, not bahasa.
Yes.
And then the second one, your what we call in bahasa we say Korsa, and then kesatuan because we do the asas family family basic, and then
yes.
In C we don't have friends, but we all the family. So if you want to join C, I'm sure that your English will getting better, and then your sense of family will getting stronger than before. The previous, yet you don't know who you are, and you don't know who is your best friend, and then you don't know the environment.
Yep.
And if you are joining C, I think that you will know it later.
Wow, cool. So based on what people are questioning, I heard that they mostly asked about, does joining C can make your English skills get improved? What do you think about this statement? Do you agree or not agree?
I'm sorry, but can you repeat again the question?
Okay, so the question is, does joining C can make your English skills get improved? What do you think about the statement? Are you agree or disagree?
So I think sorry, I'm agree with that statement because yeah, our basic is we use English every day in our meeting, on our agenda or event, wedding, whether we held an agenda or event, we use English, and every detail in like like we like we like we make the schedule, make the rundown. It's all use English, not bahasa.
I see. So let me ask you something. Which one you think works better for the student improvement of their English skills? Is it C, or like we can say an English private course? Which one you think would work better?
Better.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you ask me about the perspective about the better itself, I think it's up to the respondent, to the interviewee, because if you want to join C, you get the family sense too.
Yes.
But also, if you join just the English course, like you mentioned before, I think it's just get the knowledge, not the sense of the family. So I think that if you join C, it's better because you get the knowledge of English, and also you get the sense of the family itself.
Great.
How about you? How did you learn English? Do you have a certain way of practice to understand English efficiently?
I think, like I mentioned before, we learning English by doing the agenda, by help the agenda. So in C we don't have the class like grammar class, speaking class. No, we don't have the class like that. We just practicing English by doing the agenda. Like I mentioned before, like every details about the agenda, we have to use the English. So that's the point why we get the better English after we join in C.
I see. So if I may ask, what's the biggest challenge of understanding English in your opinion?
Okay, my biggest challenge
in
understanding English, I think it's when we talk to the people older than us, or the senior that they have mastered English so much, starting from their speaking, their grammar, their intonation, their styles, like they use British English, like not like us, and then they speak so fast. So I think it's challenged me to get understand what they said, and then we have to answering them. So I think the challenge.
Oh, so interesting. Okay, I think we can start our Q&A session over here. So Rahma, would you like to start our Q&A sessions, please?
It's over now. So are you ready for your first question?
I'm sorry, what?
Your first. We will give you some Q&A, and now I'm going to give you your first question. Are you ready for it?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, your first question. In your opinion, how good your English skill from 1 to 10?
In my opinion, my English, I think it's located on 8 maybe.
Oh, good. So you're pretty optimistic. You pretty makes positive, right?
Yeah. We have to have the optimism filled in ourselves.
True. I agree with you. So let's move to the second question. The second question is, which international accents you like the most and why?
I'm sorry, what?
Which international accent you like the most and why?
Okay. Just like I mentioned before, I prefer the
British?
accent of British, like because I am when we were young, when we kids, I'm sure that both of you two must be watch Harry Potter film, and then they
We
use
did.
British accent, right? Like
Uh,
Hermione and Harry Potter and Ron and so far, and then their friends too. And then
Yep.
yeah, I think it's the way they speak, the way they talk, it's very unique and sounds like great, right? And then I think it's different from American and Australian. So yeah, I think that British is my favorite one.
yeah, so do I. For me, I like British as well because I like the accents the most because it's kind of sounds unique, right? I I don't say
Yes, yes,
I don't say it's kind of hard to understand, but the vocals tone is sounds so unique. So I think not many people can barely understand what they are saying if some people speak in British, right? That's it.
yes. Very,
Yeah.
very. I agree with you.
Okay, so let's jump to the third questions. So please, Rama.
Okay, Ayi. If you in a situation you need to choose, make friend with a local people or a foreigner, and why?
Make friend.
Yes, make friend.
Okay, make friends. Be a local or foreigner. It's just a question, not the specific statement. From what side? From which side? I think.
I'm like from you can say from we don't talk about the
Okay, okay,
language,
okay.
right?
I need to give you example, right? If you're going to exchange, example in China, do you want to make friend with a local people of China or a foreigner like from Indonesia or something like you?
Oh,
Kok China? I mean, uh, if you going to exchange in England, do you want to make friend with a local people like England people or a foreigner like you?
okay. Um, I will answer it from my experience.
Yes.
If I am going outside, overseas, out of
Yes.
country,
Abroad.
I think I will make relation with the foreigners too, which is from Indonesian too, because
Yes.
yeah, I think we have the same feeling, and then I think
We have the same
outside
background, right?
are the family too. And
Yes.
then I think we make relation from the foreigners too, which is our Indonesian people. And after that, I think we can make the relation between the local of the nation
Yes.
and so far and so on.
So if I was you on the situation when having an exchange, I would rather choose to make friends with local. I mean, like with the native, right? Because for me,
Oh, okay.
it's kind of interesting since the first reason why I made friends, I chose to make friends with the local native people because the first one I made friends with the same Indonesians already, and the second one, the reason is because if I make friends with the native foreigners, let's say, there will always be something interesting to talk about the country, because because our
Yes.
country with
Yeah.
their country has a different background, so it's kind of feels interesting to talk about. Like
Yes.
it can be a new knowledge as me as well. Do you agree with me, Maulidin?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, I'm agree with you because like you mentioned before, after the relation between the local people, and then we get the new knowledge, we get the new experience because
yes,
we choose the
exactly.
local people than the foreigners. Okay, I get a point. Okay.
Yeah. Masih di mute, mah. Okay, let me represent Rama. So she will ask about the first question.
Sorry, my mic me in. Okay, so let's go to the next question. The fourth question is Western song or Indonesian song?
Oh my God, one is very interesting question. Maybe I choose Western song than Indonesian song
Why?
because yeah, maybe I think that the Western song has the what has the specific feelings and the specific intonation, and then their song get our feeling in our heart easily. I think than Indonesian.
So, answer it honestly. So, do you always understand the lyrics of Western song, or you gotta search the lyric for it?
I'm sorry, what?
So, do you always understand the lyrics of the Western song, or you have to search the lyrics first?
It's up to the genre of the song.
So
I
it
think
depends on the song itself.
yes.
Oh,
If the genre is pop, I think
uh-huh.
I will
Yeah, I
understand
think
the
you
lyrics
understand
because
more.
the
Yeah.
intonation is very
Uh-huh.
low key, and then
Yeah, I
if
got you.
is rap like hip hop, I
Mhm.
think I will searching anymore in internet.
So I agree with you. So I agree. So that was so funny. Okay, now we're gonna step on the last questions for you. So your last question is using formal English or slangs?
I'm sorry, you sing.
No, speaking. I mean, like when you have a conversation with foreigners, would you like to speak a formal English or using slangs?
Okay. I think I prefer to use formal English
Mhm.
because in my opinion, I'm not to know the slangs and its friends. I don't
Uh-huh.
know because yeah, and in my high school and then the college too, I used to use the formal English in
Mhm.
my conversation daily.
I see. So, in my opinion, it's kind of cool to speak in slangs since, for my experience, I live in like a foreigners environment, which is my friends were not only Indonesian but mostly I can say Australians and even Malaysian. So mostly when we are talking, we we mostly use English, and since this is not a too formal uh, occasion, so we kind of use some English slangs, because it's more dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I see.
Furthermore, you talk with your friends or your family or your closest
Yes.
people around you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get the point.
Yeah, I see. So I think that's
I
all for
think every
our
people
Q&A.
have their own opinions, Vin.
Yes. So I
Yes.
think well that's all for our Q&A sessions. What an interesting answers. I think Rama would like to say something.
Yes, Alvin, thank you. So we arrive in this final session. Honestly, IE, in your opinion, is it really important to understand English in this era?
Okay. Thank you so much for the question. So my answer is yes. It's very, very, very important to learn English in this era because we live in the modern era, which are we our environment is technology and then the
Yep.
information and so forth and so on, not like previous era, not
Yes.
previous age. This is the new age, this is the new era. So if you don't follow the rules of the world, like you have to learn English, you have
Mhm.
to master English. I think that you will be failed. You will be failed getting anything in the world itself. Whether you going outside the country or stay in the country, your own country. It will very necessary
Yes.
to learn English.
Yes, I agree. I think to learn English is a must now. We are living in
Yes.
the current like international society in this world, and
Yes.
English is used as international language, right? So I think it's really important to understand English, to learn English as well, not just for the academic, but for like you can say like a daily life communications for living society. That's it.
Yes, I agree with you.
I fully agree with that. So, do you have something to say to the viewer, especially who's the one promoting C, so the student can put their interest in it?
To promoting in C.
Let me repeat the question for you. So, do you have something to say to the viewer, especially who's the one who wanting to join C, or you can even promote C so the student can put their interest in.
Okay, so the direction is to promoting C, right?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe from me, to the new student, to the
Yes.
student of Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, batch
Yes.
2000 what
21.
20
21.
21st 20
Yeah, 21st.
22nd, and then
Oh yeah.
maybe you have to join student English activity CUMY, because we are the one and only department UKM Universitas Mahasiswa that use English in basic in our daily life conversation too, because I'm pretty sure that you will need it. You will need us, and then you will need the experience itself. And yeah, after you join C, I guarantee you have the sense of family, and then your English will getting better than before. I think that's all.
Well, thank you again. Thank you so much for making your time to this interview. We
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it. Thank you for
Thank
your
you
attention.
for
So
your
let's close
time.
this session. Have a nice day. See you later. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, guys.